Tyler Henry's rise to fame as a celebrity medium captures the imagination of millions. But behind the glittering surface lies a story marked by deep emotional complexity and personal struggle. His journey is not just about delivering messages from the departed. It is also about navigating the loneliness, skepticism, and health challenges that accompany his extraordinary abilities. From a young age, Tyler was confronted with experiences that few could comprehend, forcing him to reconcile the spiritual world with the realities of adolescence and family dynamics. The public sees a calm, empathetic figure offering closure, yet his own life has been shaped by profound losses, early isolation, and battles with self-acceptance. Understanding Tyler's story means exploring how a gift that brings comfort to others can also be a source of personal heartbreak and resilience. Early psychic awakening. Tyler's psychic abilities first appeared around the age of 10, a moment that would forever change his perception of reality. His first experience involved predicting his grandmother's death, an event that shocked him when confirmed by his father. At this stage, Tyler didn't understand his abilities as a gift. He simply sensed something beyond normal comprehension. This early awakening created both wonder and confusion, leaving him with emotional questions that no one around him could answer. Unlike other children, he navigated life with a heightened awareness of mortality, grief, and the invisible realm. These initial experiences were the beginning of a life marked by responsibility beyond his years, laying a foundation for solitude and introspection. Rather than offering clarity, the gift introduced him to a complex emotional landscape where loss and awareness intertwined. Navigating childhood isolation. Growing up in San Joaquin Valley, California, Tyler quickly realized that his abilities set him apart from his peers. While some curiosity existed, the overall atmosphere ranged from suspicion to fear, fueled by the community's divided views on spiritual gifts. Raised in a religious environment, Tyler often faced conflicting messages. Some saw his abilities as a blessing, others as dangerous or sinful. These mixed reactions deepened his sense of social isolation, making middle school and high school particularly challenging. He struggled to reconcile his extraordinary experiences with the everyday expectations of peers and family. Over time, Tyler learned to navigate this dual reality, recognizing that self-acceptance would be essential for both personal growth and professional success. His early isolation, though painful, became a foundation for resilience and empathy toward others' struggles. Early emotional burdens. Tyler's unique perception of life and death meant that he carried an emotional weight uncommon for his age. Witnessing death and sensing spiritual presences created a constant tension between childhood wonder and adult-like responsibility. These experiences forced him to grapple with grief before he could fully understand or express it, creating an internal divide between what he felt and what others expected. The shock of early loss, like that of his grandmother, planted seeds of solitude and introspection, shaping how he would process emotions later in life. The emotional burden of being different also cultivated empathy, even as it highlighted the loneliness inherent in possessing abilities others could not relate to. Tyler's early years were a delicate balance of curiosity, responsibility, and the quiet weight of knowing too much. Health struggles and near-death experiences. Tyler's journey was further complicated by serious health challenges that began before his fame. Born 3 months premature, he faced immediate physical vulnerabilities that extended into young adulthood. He underwent multiple surgeries, including emergency brain operations due to cysts and a collapsed lung that required extensive recovery. Each health crisis reinforced the fragility of life and the limits of the human body, even for someone attuned to the spiritual realm. These physical battles intersected with his emotional and mental challenges, creating layers of strain. Despite the dangers, Tyler maintained resilience and determination, demonstrating courage in the face of repeated mortality. These experiences shaped his worldview, enhancing his empathy for others while reinforcing the need for self-care, amid the emotional demands of his work. Isolation and community rejection. Tyler's psychic abilities often drew suspicion and fear from the community around him. Many struggled to understand his gift, and the religious framework of his upbringing added further tension. He faced outright rejection from peers and mixed responses from family, forcing him to navigate social exclusion while coming to terms with his unique identity. This ongoing isolation strengthened his resilience, but also highlighted the emotional costs of being different. The gap between Tyler's experiences and those of his peers created a sense of loneliness that would follow him into adulthood. His early rejection taught him the importance of self-acceptance and shaped the way he later approached fame and public scrutiny, laying the groundwork for his empathetic approach to others' grief. Public scrutiny and skepticism. As Tyler entered the public eye through his Netflix series and readings, skepticism became a constant companion. Critics accused him of exploiting grief, questioning whether his abilities were genuine or a result of observation and performance. Online debates and media coverage amplified doubts, creating tension between his authenticity and public perception. Tyler, however, approached skepticism with calm acceptance, recognizing it as a natural part of humanity's discomfort with the unknown. He learned to use criticism as motivation, while remaining transparent about the limits of his abilities. The scrutiny reinforced his understanding that his work exists in a delicate balance between faith, logic, and emotion, and that guiding others through grief comes with both admiration and doubt. Personal loss and emotional burdens. Tyler's gift did not protect him from grief, but instead deepened his experience of it. One of his most painful losses was the death of his first love, Terry, from brain cancer. Knowing of the impending death did not soften the impact, it intensified his emotional struggle. This personal loss illustrates the paradox of his abilities. While he offers solace to others, he cannot escape the emotional toll of his insights. Tyler also faced challenges with identity, navigating the complexities of coming out as gay amid disbelief from family and peers. Balancing grief, fame, and self-acceptance has required ongoing reflection and resilience, highlighting the deeply human vulnerabilities beneath his public persona. Coping, compartmentalization, and resilience to manage the emotional demands of his work. Tyler has developed strategies to compartmentalize his experiences. He maintains strict mental boundaries to separate his emotions from those of the people he reads for, though the connection to the spiritual realm is never fully absent. Coping requires constant awareness and self-discipline, as the weight of others' grief can become overwhelming. Despite these challenges, Tyler continues to approach his work with openness and empathy, sharing his struggles with mental health, isolation, and loss. His journey emphasizes the importance of resilience and self-awareness for anyone carrying heavy emotional burdens, showing that even extraordinary gifts require care and grounding. Legacy and continuing growth. Tyler Henry's life reflects a delicate balance between extraordinary abilities and the deeply human struggles they entail. His story reveals how early psychic awakening, social isolation, serious health challenges, public skepticism, and personal grief all intersect to shape a unique perspective on life and death. Beyond the performances and readings lies a man continually navigating the pressures of being different while striving for self-acceptance. His resilience, transparency, and compassion serve as an example of how to live meaningfully while bearing the weight of extraordinary responsibility. Tyler's journey reminds us that even those who guide others through loss are themselves still learning to heal, making his story both inspiring and profoundly human.